So my previous video, we talked about how the average first-time homebuyer age has increased so much over recent years. So let's talk about some of the reasons why that is. Conversations that I've had with people. One is that they hadn't purchased a home yet because they were waiting to find their mate, right? They were like, oh, I'm going to just be in an apartment and then I'll get married and we'll buy a house together. But what are we waiting for? Like, we don't know when this person is going to come along. I mean, I wish love for everybody, but what if you go ahead, you purchase a home now? It's not going to be your forever home. This is truly your starter home, maybe a little townhouse, little small three bedroom, two bath situation. And then, yes, maybe you do meet your person. And guess what? If they had already purchased their starter home, now here we are in love, getting ready to get married. We have two houses, right? We can either move into one, keep one that's going to be our investment property. Right now we have income rolling in that we're not working for. Or we can sell both of these starter homes and buy a bigger house together where we are going to start our family that is going to be the home we're going to raise our kids and whatever, right? But either way, we are both coming in with something. We have already taken those steps towards that wealth building process. When I look at our house, and honestly, I purchased a couple of houses, in my lifetime. Like that first house I bought, it was never going to be the house I was going to be in forever. So what I looked at it as was a stepping stone. It was one part in my wealth building portfolio to get me where I wanted to be today and beyond. So don't get caught up in thinking you have to wait for certain life circumstances to purchase that first home. I mean, I think those days are long gone. I mean, yes, again, like I said, I get it. First comes love, then comes marriage and all the good stuff. You can go ahead and buy that home today on your own if you are in that position to do so. And like I said, if both of you make that decision, matter of fact, how about you buy multiple homes and again start that wealth building process? Now we're both coming into the situation with a little something on the table. Another thing I hear a lot is, oh, I need to work on my credit. Oh, I had student loans, or I made some mistakes in life and I had some credit card stuff. And yes, I do understand that credit can be a challenge for some people, but I always suggest to start a conversation with a lender because sometimes we think that our credit is not where it needs to be to buy a home, and it actually is. I had met one of the clients I talked to this week. He had planned on waiting until next year. He said he had some credit stuff to work on. Sent him to my lender. My lender was like, "Oh no, he's good today." And that's the thing. We don't necessarily know what exactly lenders are looking for. And sometimes, like I said, we get advice from other people, and their situation may not be your situation. And sometimes, too, you think that you're fixing your credit, but if you have not spoken with a financing person, you may actually be doing more harm than good. So at least have a conversation with a lender. I always tell everybody you're going to either walk away with a pre-approval or a plan, right? A plan to get you to the pre-approval. So it's one P or the other, pre-approval or a plan. But that all starts with the conversations with the lender, right? They're going to tell you, hey, this could be a little bit of a challenge, and they're going to help you put you on the right path. Because I have also seen where people think that they're fixing their credit, but they're doing the wrong things, and it actually ends up hurting them in the long run. So start the conversation because again, unless it is your field, then you don't necessarily understand or know exactly what credit moves to make. So start with a professional. Another thing I hear, of course, is affordability. And yes, I do understand that's a big one. But honestly, if you're currently paying rent and how much money you're putting out into someone else's pocket that you are not able to save up and you're not getting any equity out of that home, you're not reaping any of the benefits from it, but your payment is going up every year, every 2 years, you may actually be able to afford more than what you think you can. Because again, you're not going to pay that sticker price of 300 or $400,000, right? What you are going to pay is a monthly payment, which you're already paying now, right? You're already paying to live somewhere. So have a conversation with the lender and see, okay, well, what could I afford and what does that look like? And I'm telling you right now, especially in new construction, there's so much assistance out there. These builders are paying down, they're giving you down payment assistance. Some of them are buying down your rate. And, again, that rate, that is what's going to help determine your monthly payment, which is what determines your daily living. So those things are important. And with all these different programs out there, I know like my lender, he has a program where he's offering up to $12,500 dollars towards down payment. Sometimes sellers are paying closing costs. So there's different things, different ways in order for you to make the home buying process a little bit more affordable. And like I said, honestly, sometimes we really do not know what we could actually afford until we have those conversations. And I'm saying, when I tell you that new construction is, there are some deals, especially if you can get in like when on some closeout deals. They've already built them. Now you may not be able to pick all of your specifics, and you can't pick all the colors. That stuff will already be done, but they work with designers and it always looks good anyway. So there may be opportunities out there that you are able to get in on. So, like I said, sometimes it's just about having the conversations, talking with a real estate professional, talking with a lender, and really just getting an idea of what you might actually be able to afford, how it can be beneficial for you. And in the long run, like, you have to pay to live somewhere. So, do you want to pay to live in someone else's house, or would you rather be paying to live in your house that you are going to be getting equity back from, that is helping you out towards, again, your wealth building? You know, just a couple conversations I'm having. Stay tuned. And on Thursday, I'll be talking about where we're going to be headed into the rest of the year as far as real estate trends are looking here in the Gwinnett area, and also seeing what the first half of the year was like. So if you're all into data, Thursday's episode is for you, and I will see you then.